Okay, I'm gonna do a trade replay from Friday, 10th of December, on AMD, and then I used a stock trading simulator made by the Bearable Traders. It's a great tool for trading outside of market hours. So I just go to this website here, and then I want to trade AMD, so I press AMD here and the search field and left and right. So AMD was in play on Friday, and you can find out what stocks are in play from watching the pre-market show on YouTube or on the Bearable Traders webpage. So to start, I want to find some levels. So the simulator goes to the market open automatically at 9:30, and as you can see, the previous day was a huge sell-off, rejecting the moving averages. So it's in good range here between the 50 moving average and the 9 and the 20 crossing here. And in the pre-market, you can see that it gets a huge run around 8:30. So it's trading above the VWAP and all the moving averages. So it's pretty interesting to see if it can go up all the way to 145, or if it has the range to come down to test a few of the levels here. But it looks like a good stock to trade. Yeah, so I like to mark the previous day high, 2 days ago high, yesterday low, and the previous day close, 2 days ago low. And then we have some interesting levels here. We have the moving averages around here, so I like to mark the first one. And then the 50 is an important level. And then you also have this pivot level here, this big hammer on good volume. So this is an important level. And then, yeah, I think that's about it. That's what we need now. And then it can also be a good idea to mark the low of the pre-market and the high of the pre-market, which is around here. Yeah. Okay. So that's our levels. And then I have the 5-minute here and the 1-minute here, which is my favorite candlesticks to watch. And then we can just press play and see what happens. And as you can see, we was in the daily, so the VWAP is lost here. Then we can go to the studies, and then we can add the VWAP here, and then we got it back. So as you can see, I'm gonna add the time and sales here as well. So as you can see, the volume here is not very high, only around 100,000 shares so far. Opens very weak. So I never trade in the first minute. Just want to wait and see what happens, if it can close below or above the VWAP. And it couldn't. So you see, it tested the VWAP here. It got bought back up, but it opens even lower. And I'm not going to touch it here because I want to wait for the close of the candle. But it looks very weak to me. And you got this low of the pre-market here, and then you have the levels we found on the daily chart. And you remember it was a good range to trade, so it will be interesting to see what happens here. So it was below the VWAP, and it looks like it wants to get bought back up again. Yeah, this shows some strength, but still the volume is not very high. It couldn't close below, so it could look like along here for the break of the high of the pre-market. But you have these resistances that you see this third candle hasn't been able to break it, so I don't really like that, so I'm gonna wait a bit more. But it looks like it will push up, and you see you have this 3 wicks here now, which tells me that there is some strength to this stock, that it doesn't really have enough sellers to drop, and every time it falls, it's getting bought back up. Let's see if we can get a new high here. I'm really thinking of a long. Just above the VWAP and above most of the 5-minute moving averages. You see, it's getting bought up again. See if we can make a new high. I want to go long here. I'm going long for the break. This looks very strong to me now. You have 4 wicks to the bottom here, and it's above all the moving averages. So let's see if we can break here. I think a lot of people see this as strength, so it really looks like it wants to go. I don't really like this though. Seems like it struggles a bit. See what the 5-minute does here. I don't really like this. This should have pushed up by now. I'm getting out. I think I don't like this. I think a lot of people are long here, and they have stop losses here, and might have to cover. So this is huge. Wow. This is a big drop. Yeah, you're in a short squeeze here. See the volume here, it just pushes through everything. you get this lower low. I don't want to touch it right now because it's far from the VWAP, and you have the 50 MA on the 5 and the 200 MA on the 1 minute here, acting as support. If this candle wasn't too big, then if it had just closed below the VWAP, I would have really liked to take it short here with the stop loss below, or sorry, above the VWAP, because this is a really nice long pattern. You see all these wicks here, everybody wants to go long, and as soon as it drops, everybody has to cover, so you get this big squeeze. But this candle was way too big, so I couldn't really find a good entry. As you see now, it broke this 200 moving average. So this is now, looks like a bit of resistance, and it's below this 50 as well, so this was a big drop. Maybe we can get another possible entry for a short here. Because it looked like a long, and it just couldn't push through. I'm gonna go short here, I think. Guess I have to wait a bit longer, and it just couldn't push through here, so it tells me that there's not enough strength in the stock, and that all the buyers lost the battle, and now the shorts are in control, or the sellers. So I want to look for a good risk to reward entry here. So it has rejected this 200 MA twice now. Let's see where it closes. Maybe we can get a good entry if it makes a new low for the break of this level. Let's see what happens here. Okay. This is a good sign for me. This is a very good sign for me. It comes up here. It just can't push through. It just sells off. I want to go short here with a break above this level. Let's see what happens. So now we have about 50 cents for entry. My style is taking a lot of partials, so I like to take around 10%, at least in the beginning. Let's see if we can come to this level here. Yeah, I can. So now we are at 1 hour. We have our stop loss here, and now we have a 1-hour move, so I like to take the first partial there and then move my stop to the break-even point. So this is nice. This is very nice. Now we are at 2R, so I'm going to take off some more here. This is a beautiful move. I'm taking more. So this 138 level is the previous day's close. So this is a very strong level. So it will be interesting to see if it can come below this level. But I really like this entry. This was a very nice entry. And the first things I talked about was this: you have all these buyers going in here because it looks like it really wants to break out. It can't, and then everyone has to sell their long position, and you get this squeeze. And this is this move made me more short biased, because it squeezed through all the moving averages all the way down here. And then you get this consolidation. It goes through the 200 MA, which is the same as the 50 here, and then it and this becomes a resistance. It tries here, can't push through, it tries again, can't close above it, it pushes up through, and you have this false breakout sort of, so you get this reverse hammer, which shows me that the stock goes up and then all the sellers just come in, just pushes the price down, which still shows a lot of weakness. And if it had closed above here, I would have waited a bit longer, but as soon as it makes a new low, I enter with a stop loss above the top of this candle. I'm giving it a bit more room, so 140 maybe. And you get this beautiful drop, and you can see the volume here is pretty good as well. So I like I like this trade a lot. Taking out some more. We have our entry at 139.47 with a 50-cent stop. Now we're at 137, so we have a $2 move here. So this is very nice. So now we're below the previous day's close and yesterday low. And we're pretty far away from the moving averages and the VWAP on the 5-minute, and kind of far away on the 1-minute as well. So if it could go back to this moving average or the 20 moving average, it could be a good place to add into it. But I don't have a lot of shares left here, so you see you have some more indecision here than you have on this drop. You see this candle has no wicks. This candle tries to go up and you still have sell-offs, and this is a bit more indecisive, and here you get even more indecision, and this is on big volume. You see now it just tries to go higher. So it closes above this previous day's close. I'm gonna get out and maybe it can give a better well, a new opportunity later, but that's not the purpose of this video. It was just to show you this opening trade and how you can, if you have a bias, how it can change based on the price action. So I say this first one is for an opening range breakout, and then this one is an ABCD pattern. So this is a nice ABCD pattern. It's not really much of a pullback here, but the rejection of the 250 was a really good sign. So now we're above the previous day's close. I'm gonna get out here with the remaining 10 shares. So that was the trade, and I actually traded this live as well. You can see here, this is the live trade. Yeah, I didn't get the best entry here, but so that made the risk to reward not as favorable. So you see the first, lucky for me, the move here was so big, so the first partial is down here instead of here, because 1R is a lot further up. So that's why it's important to get a good entry. And as you can see, just in a few minutes, it makes a new opportunity here, rejecting the VWAP with this 2 wicks to the top here. So yeah, so that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure you check out the Bearable Trader Stock Trading Simulator. It's an awesome tool to get some practice in. And good luck. Thanks.